Hello, I'm Ole Haas. I'm your host for Rockford on the Record. Before you do anything else, like our content, subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of good things going on in the city of Rockford. Today's guest is Anqunette Parham, Executive Director of the city's, okay, help me here.
Health and Human
Services. So Anqunette, first off, why was your stint on the editorial board the best time in your life?
Oh, Wally.
So the background is I used to be opinion editor of the Register Star. Anqunette was one of our community members for quite a few years. And now
longer than I was supposed to be.
Longer because
I think I might have had the longest tenure.
And just because she was so good at it, and now she's working with the city, helping with Health and Human Services. And there's a program out there called Rockford Ready. Besides great alliteration, what's it about?
So Rockford Ready is actually an initiative that the City of Rockford's Health and Human Services Department is a part of. We received a grant from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office of Minority Health to advance health literacy in our community. So the goal of Rockford Ready is really to help Rockford residents improve their health outcomes. And so we do this through health education and other means of really improving people's health literacy and also working with other community organizations, entities. We've partnered with a number of other organizations as well, including the University of Illinois College of Medicine Office of Health Literacy, and we also work with a healthcare marketing organization called Cura Strategies that's helped us to develop some really critical strategy to roll this project out in our community. So we're really just working to improve health outcomes for Rockford citizens.
So how do you reach these citizens who may not know what they should be doing about their health?
Okay, so what we do is we engage in quite a bit of health education. We've produced a number of toolkits for individuals, for healthcare organizations, for community organizations. We use a great deal of social media, and we've also engaged in some innovative practices, including a health meets art approach. We produced a health literacy series, poetry series, that was featuring the 2022 Youth Poet Laureate here in Rockford, Juliana Gamero. And so we've utilized interactive processes and ideas to really engage the community in conversation about what health literacy is, why it's important, why it matters, and how it can change someone's health outcomes.
Now, do you try to reach people, well, younger folks, children even, or is it more for young adults or older adults? What's the target audience? So
our target audience was adults. So the funding opportunity came about in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, and the Office of Minority Health was acutely aware of how health literacy impacts people's ability to access healthcare, to understand the healthcare information they receive. And as we know, during the height of the pandemic, there was a lot of misinformation, both about the vaccine, about the infection itself, all sorts of things. So they really understood the role of health literacy in helping people to understand what was happening in healthcare and understand what was happening in their own bodies, being able to access and filter through information, and being able to ultimately make the best decisions for their health that they could, and making decisions for their future with regard to their health. So it really came about in an effort to reach adults. However, one of the things that we recognized easily in our work and here in this community, that the importance of advocating for your health doesn't begin in adulthood. We had a number of conversations with young people, who are going off to college. And when you've got that first doctor's appointment and there's no parent there, there's no one there to help you, you need to know how to advocate for yourself. So with that was one of the things that really gave rise to the Health Literacy Poetry Series and working with, a young woman in the development of that series, because it was important that teenagers and young adults know that this is your life, and you need to be able to advocate for yourself and understand the health information that you're getting, and being able to understand how to communicate effectively with your healthcare professionals. And these are skills that, the earlier you can foster them and develop them, the better.
Is there any presence in the schools at this point?
So we actually have a scholarship that's coming up that we're working specifically with Auburn High School. It's a TikTok scholarship that's open to Auburn students to produce a TikTok video about health literacy, what it means to them, the importance of that. So we're working with them now. But that's really kind of what we've done in the school. And then there's also a couple things planned as well to work with some other entities that are in the schools. I know there's an event that'll be coming up in April that's going to also address financial literacy with teens. And so we hope to be there as well to provide some support on the health literacy front.
Now, before we started, I checked out the website. There's a lot of great information on your website. Talk about that a little bit.
Sure. So on the Rockford Ready website, we do have all of the toolkits that we've developed for the various segments of the population. So again, for individuals, for organizations, as well as for healthcare providers. Our partners, the University of Illinois College of Medicine Office of Health Literacy, developed a training around cultural competency and cultural humility and the importance of health literacy that's been delivered to a number of folks in our community. So to healthcare professionals, to community health workers here in Rockford, as well as to other interested individuals in the community and our community outreach workers that have been a part of this project. So we've worked with a number of community partners, including a few churches, Providence Baptist Church, New Zion Missionary Baptist Church, as well as the Rockford Regional Health Council and Crusader Community Health. So a number of community partners that have helped us do the work that we do. Also the Winnebago County Health Department, and we've used those opportunities to increase, access to testing as well as vaccination throughout the course of the pandemic. So there's a lot of resources on the site. So it lists who our partners are. It lists some of those resources. You can also check out the Health Literacy Poetry Series on the site as well. And including some of the other coverage that we've gotten for the work that we've done. Our Health Literacy Poetry Series has really gotten a great deal of even national attention. Actually, we were in the Chicago Tribune on Sunday for that series. So it's been some great exposure for the work that's happening here in Rockford and highlighting our last Youth Poet Laureate.
And it's rockfordready.org.
And that's rockfordready.org.
Great. So check it out. Thank you very much, Anqunette. That's it for this episode of Rockford on the Record.